Here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a birthday boy in town, and the dirty old town, as it were. It's not quite that dirty. We're going to sing happy birthday in a minute, but I just want to say a few words, because I know you've got to dash off, John. So I met my father shortly after I was born. I was the chosen one, fortunately, and so was my sister, then shortly afterwards, a few years later. I have to say that, you know, when you look at your life and how it could pan out, I couldn't wish for a better parents, but also a better father. He told me not to do things, so I did them. He told me not about the things that he'd done, like climbing up lampposts, smashing out lights, doing all sorts of different things, hitchhiking around the galaxy, as it were, that time. Told me later on, when I then had children, so I could tell them not to do those sort of things. So, very privileged to, and I was always very proud to be adopted. I told everybody at school that I was adopted, everybody that I knew I was adopted, and I still do to this day, because I feel that I have had such an amazing opportunity in life because of both my parents, but also, you know, my dad has led me down the path of where I am today. It took me 45 years to find a job I actually really, really love, but he said to me, Peter, for God's sake, don't be an engineer. And I was like, but Dad, I've grown up with you showing me how you make things happen, and without engineers in this world, we don't have the electricity, we don't have all of the power to even talk to you now, we don't have any form of infrastructure or anything like that without engineering. And Dad's taught me a lot of lessons that work was hard but enjoyable, and he also said, whatever you do, son, don't be a manager. Because just be an engineer, just do what you want, but don't manage people, because he absolutely hated it. When he got away from managing the people, he actually had a better time because he would be the consultant that he always wanted to do the engineering. So my dad's gone through lots of different things, and I love the fact that Dad's very single-minded. So if he was learning French, that's all he was doing. So when he decided that learning French wasn't a good idea because all the French people that had just taken over the business decided to finish every sentence he had in English, he finally gave up. So then he had to find another avenue. And as you've seen today, and for many different gigs that you've probably been to, music was found. And I think, you know, I feel very grateful for that. As Dad mentioned earlier, you know, I've even got to sing with my son now. He's probably had a deeper voice than I have. And it's too uncool when you're his age to sing anymore. Maybe we'll get it later on. But, you know, the one thing that I've always been very proud of with my dad is he's not one of those people that just is aggressive with people or goes in for an argument or whatever else. Dad is somebody you can go to and he will calmly tell you what's going on with a smile on his face, and he will always help other people. And I think there's that generosity and that humbleness that you see in my dad that really makes him somebody very special. I think there's nothing better when you see him really smiling when he gets that trad jazz or whatever he's got keyboard thing he's been doing for ages and ages at a gig right, and he's going and he's like, yes, I'm winning face. You know, and that face I always treasure, and that's why it's great to see us doing some music for his party. I think when you look back at life, I was chosen, my sister was chosen, and we really have relished the opportunity to live our life amongst you, my dad's friends. It's very special to see you all here. I know we've spent various different times together and enjoyed things together, and I hope you also enjoyed the time that you spent with my dad over many years. The wider friendships that we've got with family members of dad's friends are also very great and very special. I think when you get to 80 and I've just got to 50, you really reflect a little bit more on life. And I think for me, seeing my children grow up, because I was given the opportunity to have children as well, which is great, then you notice how wonderful grandparents are, particularly when we moved back to Stafford and we got free babysitting. And all of my friends from university that were having children at the time, they said, what are you doing at the weekend? I was saying, getting rat-arsed. I was like, why are you doing that? Oh, how on earth are you doing that? Well, the parents are looking after the kids. So it's like, it's time to go out. We go out every Friday night, we do this. Mum takes the kids down to the train station during the day, and one of the first words that Lucas said to me, I was going, God, make it be daddy. Make it be daddy. And one of his favourite words was Lino, because it was the Pendolino that Nanny used to take him to see all the time. And then the digger drivers that were allowed at that time to stick him on his knee, and now he's following in my footsteps with the business, which is fantastic to see. But, we also have a very special person in this room, which is my mum, who has put up with Dad and his size, sometimes 52 feet, as he delves straight into the various different things and the secrets that he's been told, only to just go the next day in front of the person that we're not supposed to say anything to and go, oh, I hear that this has happened to you.
Oh.
That's when I stopped speaking. Pick up my jaw and go, surely he didn't do that. But then he does it again and again and again. And it is Dad's little trait here that do not share a secret, folks, with my dad, because it won't come out in a strange, vicious way or anything like that. He'll just drop it in, So that has been always the funny bit of my dad, the moment where he makes you laugh and then you go, I can't believe you just said that. But there's a number of other things Dad taught me how to do. He taught me how to play golf badly, and I'm still doing that. Taught me that I should sing and should be able to do the things I want to do, and at school when I was on stage and things like that, was always very supportive of what I'm doing. I did an engineering degree because of my dad, and he was like, what on earth are you doing that for? Because I was very proud of him, and I grew up amongst his peers and felt that what he was doing was something I wanted to follow in his footsteps. So he has been the one person, the one rock that's been there for me as a male figure, man to man. And, I always think it is tremendous that we have our birthdays very close together. But enough about my dad, because there's another person in the room here as well, my sister, who without my sister today, there wouldn't be a party, there wouldn't be balloons, there wouldn't be piano tablecloths, there wouldn't be piano stickers, there wouldn't be pictures, there wouldn't be anything at all, because I am useless when it comes to things like this. So Mandy has worked extremely hard on everything you see here, and I'd like to just give a big round of applause to Mandy. And Brian, if you can, in that bag down there, which I've forgotten to look at, there's a bottle of champagne for Mandy, and there's some flowers, Mandy, that are in water that I have forgotten to bring round here. So again, having a family that is very close and we all live close together, it is great at this sort of time where we can all be supportive and we can all enjoy this time. So the most important thing to me is that you've all made a really big effort. I'd like to thank you for that, because this makes the birthday very special. And Mandy, here's your, you can go. And so without further ado, I think we need to sing the happy birthday song to my dad, Lee Haddock. Hit it! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip. Hooray! What's next? Now you're doing something with
the
me.
cake. I'm now
Okay.
going to show you the cake, folks.
I know John.
John's tax is going to be here in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to go. We've got like 7 minutes.
7 minutes. We've got 7 minutes to do the cake and play. Well, but my sister wants us to play this. It's her favourite song.
I got-
Sit down at your piano.
Well, get on with it, Dad. Quick.